Good morning, Health Revolution Chiropractic family. Austin Blanchfield here, coming in live with your tip of the week. I hope you're doing awesome. It is a great way to start your Monday with a health tip of the week. So if you're tuning in, be sure to comment below. I would love to be able to chat with you, hang out with you, and share with you our tip of the week. And if you're watching the replay, still comment below. We'd love to interact with you. So I'm reminded of our tip this week for you as I got sunburnt this last weekend. I had a great time with my family at the Oregon State Fair in Salem, and I got burnt. I got burnt pretty good. You can kind of see a little bit of redness on my face, on my neck especially. But I'm reminded of our tip to talk about healthy sunscreen and why getting out in the sun is important for your body, but also too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And I want to talk about that when it comes to sun exposure, because sun is super important, right? Getting out in the sun, it obviously, most of us know, it increases our vitamin D levels, which is super important for so many functions in your body and having just a healthy functioning body in general. It's important to have vitamin D. And if you're living here in Oregon, you know that outside of summer, we need to be taking a vitamin D supplement. It's super important for our health. And so I just want to mention how the sun, being out in the sun, increases our vitamin D level, which is super important, right? So increases vitamin D levels, which is healthy, helps with your overall mental health, right? Your mental health and wellness in general. It decreases depression. How many of you, when you wake up in the morning and you experience the sun, you're just in a better mood, right? It elevates your energy because it ultimately affects your mental health in that way. So it helps with mental health and wellness, supports bone health as well, and that is because of vitamin D levels too. It lowers blood pressure too, just being out in the sun, right? It lowers blood pressure. So if you feel anxious, maybe you feel like you have elevated blood pressure, right? Simply go out in the sun, okay? Helps with that. And overall, because of vitamin D production, hormones as well, just having healthy hormone production, being out in the sun, it helps prevent disease, which is incredible. So get out in the sun. It's the summertime here in Oregon, right? We don't get to experience much sun outside of the summer, so get out in the sun. It is healthy for you. But what I want to share with you is how when you are out in the sun, make sure that you have sunscreen that is healthy, that you can put on your body, that you know it's not going to affect your body in a negative way, but it's going to help you from overexposing yourself to the sun, getting burnt, because ultimately when you have too much exposure in the sun, it can increase your risk for skin cancer, which is melanoma specifically, which is one of the most deadliest forms of skin cancer. So when you are out in the sun, we want you to enjoy the sun. Don't avoid the sun. You need to be out in the sun. It's healthy for you. Don't avoid it, but take the necessary steps to prevent developing obviously melanoma by having healthy sunscreen. Not just any sort of sunscreen, but healthy sunscreen. And I want to share with you some tips here to help you in your purchase when it comes to having the right sunscreen, okay? So when you put sunscreen on your body absorbs about 60% of whatever you put on it. Loud truck going by. That's when you know it's live. Loud trucks going by. So your body absorbs 60% of whatever you put on it. So if you're putting on different lotions, especially you ladies, right, putting on makeup, lotions, even when it comes to putting like body wash, shampoo, there's all sorts of chemicals inside of those, and your body absorbs about 60% of whatever you put on it, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about. So you could be putting these toxic chemicals on your body without you being fully aware. And there's different types of carcinogens that you could be putting on your body that you aren't aware that your body is absorbing. It's taking it into its system, and it can be affecting your nervous system whether you realize it or not. We often talk about the 3 T's of stress when it comes to living a chiropractic lifestyle, and how your body are affected by your nervous system, and ultimately your body is affected by your thoughts, toxins, and traumas. Okay, those are the 3 types of stress. So today we're really focusing on toxins and how you can avoid using certain chemicals on certain sunscreens here to help your body, reduce the amount of unnecessary toxins that you're putting on your body or that your body is absorbing. Okay, so these carcinogens, ultimately, like if you think about it, if you're putting on certain sunscreens, certain toxins on your body, you're absorbing these toxins and you're being exposed in the sun. Overexposure, that's harmful as well. It's like you're double dipping your body in negative effects, right? Negative toxins that could be an overload to your system. And so we want to make sure that when you go outside, you are putting the right sunscreen on your body so that you aren't overstressing it, right? You aren't putting unnecessary chemicals and overexposing it at the same time. And what's crazy is about some of these chemicals that you're putting on your body, including oxybenzone, which is in quite a few different sunscreens or different variants of oxybenzone. It can actually alter your hormones and hormone production, which is crazy to think about. And so you really want to be careful what you're putting on your body, because it can really affect you in multiple ways. It can affect your biochemical processes. So it's really important. So I want to share with you, I've got a couple of different sunscreens here that I just found that I want to share with you some of the ingredients and what to look out for. So some of the ones that you want to avoid, it's going to be, like I mentioned, oxybenzone, vitamin A retinol palmitate, and also added insect repellent, okay, because that's added chemicals. It's like over toxifying your body with added unnecessary chemicals that affects your internal biochemical processes. And so you want to avoid those ingredients. You want to avoid sprays and powders. So even though this is a healthier version of a sunscreen, because it's got zinc in it and also natural organic chemicals, certified organic chemicals in it, it's still a spray. So you want to try and avoid sprays as much as you can, and you want to look out for ingredients that are helpful, which include zinc. So for instance, this has zinc oxide in it, which is the active ingredient that's healthy. This one has avobenzone, which is a form of oxybenzone. You want to avoid it. It has it's hard to pronounce. That's a tip I want to share with you. When you're reading labels, ingredient labels, if you can't pronounce them, more often than not, you probably shouldn't be consuming it or putting it on your body if you can't pronounce the ingredient on the label, right? So avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene. So quite a few different active ingredients on this one as compared to this one just has zinc oxide. So you want to look out for the ones that are good are going to be zinc, titanium dioxide, avobenzone, or Mexoryl SX. So this avobenzone is healthier than oxybenzone, so that's good. It's a variant, but it's good. You want to also look for cream base. So this is cream, so that's good that it's cream. Broad spectrum protection, water resistant for beach, pool, exercise, SPF 30 plus. Okay, so this is a 30 plus, this is a 50 plus. 50 plus you want to try to avoid because it's too much, it's unnecessary. They often say that 30 plus does the trick. 50 plus, you won't notice a difference really in 50 compared to 30. It's just extra, a little too much, right? And unnecessary extra. So you want to make sure to avoid that. So be intentional about what you're putting on your body. Look at ingredients, okay? Even when it comes to your sunscreen, it's super important, okay? I'm going to be putting a link later today. You'll notice on our website, visit our website, heal-love.com, where we will have this as a blog on our page that actually has pictures of the different types of sunscreen to purchase and the ones to avoid. Okay, the good and the bad types of sunscreen to purchase and avoid. So make sure that you're getting out in the sun, you're getting vitamin D from the sun. It's helping you in a lot of different ways. A lot of your hormone processes, etc., biochemical processes, but avoid overexposure. And the way that you avoid overexposure is protecting yourself with healthier versions of sunscreen that I just shared with you. So if this tip affected you, impacted you in a positive way, please be sure to share it with friends and family so that they can just be more aware, more aware of what they're putting on their body, what they're putting in their body to have a healthier lifestyle. Because our bodies, like I said, are affected, whether you realize it or not, at a biochemical level by what we're putting on our skin, because we absorb 60% of that or more. So be more aware, be more intentional about the types of chemicals and toxins you're putting on yourself so that you aren't stressing out your body. Because the more that you stress your nervous system, the more that you stress your body, you're stressing your adaptation level to where your body's experiencing long-term stress, you experience symptoms, and your body isn't functioning the way that it is designed to because you're stressing it in a way that it's not meant to be stressed. Your body is meant to adapt to short-term stress, but when you are constantly putting chemicals on it to where it's experiencing long-term chronic stress, it wasn't made to adapt to that. So be aware, be intentional. I wanted to share this tip with you as I got reminded, as I got sunburnt this weekend. This is a good tip for all of us when we are out having fun in the sun. So love you. God bless you. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you on our next tip of the week. All right.